Welcome back to another recap video where I get to explain my stupid trade where I lost again. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for watching. Another mistake made. Um, yeah, so let's go over it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed already. Just hit that subscribe button for me. If I ask a favor, please hit that subscribe button for me. There's 88% of you that watch my content that have not subscribed to the channel yet. I would just ask that you subscribe. It will help me out, help me be able to continue to bring uh, knowledgeable information to you guys about what not to do while trying to become a full-time trader. So hit that subscribe button and don't forget to join the free Discord. Links in the description for that as well. All right, let's go over what we did today. You can see here I got some stuff labeled out here. We started off pretty much a bearish day, slow bearish day. Makes sense for, we've been moving up past couple days, been nice. We got some data this morning that was conflicting. Ultimately, the market decided to sell off. Okay, we had a little, here's market open here. We had a little push down, tried to push up, ultimately came into this bearish imbalance here that I didn't see before this move was made. Once this move was made, I actually mark this out. This wouldn't have worked for me based off of my rules anyway, because we did wick out of this bearish imbalance 3 times before continuing to the downside. And it was a little early still within that first 15 minutes. Some choppiness here. So no guarantee that this was going to continue and sell off, right? So this trade, not upset that I didn't take this because it didn't check off my boxes, okay? We did have a bullish imbalance here that we came back into and ultimately pushed out of pretty strongly, okay? This one may be a missed trade, but ultimately we're just retesting the lows of New York session here, and there was still no signal or sign that we were going to have this sell-off. Ultimately, once we broke these previous lows, however, that could have been an entry to come back in, but we never came back and retested. We never came back into this bearish imbalance that I marked out. And so for me, based off of my strategy and my rules, there was no entry here on the way down. We had this big sell-off where we ended up getting some support. Basically, once we broke these lows here, I stated, we moved past previous lows for the day. I did call out that, we're most likely now running to previous day lows, which is this line here that you can see. It also ends up being at a support that goes back to the beginning of March, where we bounced off of the top of this 2,100-ish line, 20,000, right? Which we ultimately came down to and broke through. We had another little tiny breakout here, and then we started to retrace. I did mark off some imbalances. This large area here, as you can see labeled, is a 15-minute imbalance on the way down here that also aligns. You can see here, right? Nice imbalance left behind on the 15-minute chart. And I put 1 hour here also because it aligns with the 1 hour chart as well. This is a strong imbalance. We had this push into this smaller imbalance here, the smaller bearish imbalance that we wicked into twice. Ultimately, I didn't take this trade because I said to myself, we don't have that much more downside, and there's no guarantee, obviously, that we're going to continue to push past this support and previous day lows. Once we did, again, we left behind a bearish imbalance here. I did say, however, that this would be a very risky trade because we've already made a very large move in the NASDAQ. This is a pretty decent size move that you don't get on a regular basis. Once we moved into it, we got these 2 candles here that I took as a retest and rejection. It was not. I should have listened to myself before. This is where the mistake comes in, is I already knew that we probably already made the move today and we weren't going to get any more downside. Took a risky trade, got in way too early, should have waited for price to come into this imbalance and retest this uh, now resistance from previous day lows harder, which it ended up doing here. We ended up moving back down here a little bit, went into the green slightly. I should have closed the trade. I should have closed the trade because I knew that we weren't coming back here. Once we had this large pushback up, okay, into the red, uh, I knew that I was going to close the trade early based off of whatever the next candle did. The next candle was also a strong bullish candle. Closed the trade early. So down 1% on the day. I didn't even let it get back up to our stop loss here, which I knew at that point that the trade was invalid, and I just took the loss and early instead of waiting for it to completely fill and hit my stop loss. At this point here, to be honest with you, we're probably just going to consolidate around this area. We may push back up into this imbalance. It is a larger imbalance left behind in the larger time frame, so they do seem to be stronger, but there's no guarantee that we are going to move up here. We have GDP numbers coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30. So this sell-off could have been due to that and the information that we got this morning, which was kind of conflicted. This could be why we got this sell-off. And to be honest with you, I don't see why price would do any other large movements, okay, to one direction or another. Doesn't mean that it's not going to. I'm just, saying based off of my experience that we may just end up consolidating here. We might peak in here, but ultimately we're just going to stay in this area down here unless we get another end of the day sell off, which I won't be here for. So that's that. That's my recap for today. One trade that I shouldn't have taken ultimately because I knew that we already had our run so far for the day, and that was that. And I called that out too. It's just it is what it is. I wanted to take the opportunity here, but at the same time, I should have known that it wasn't a great opportunity to take. So I should have been more picky. I said at the beginning of the live that I'm going to be very, very picky because my account is pretty far into drawdown now, and I don't want to end up blowing this account again. So I only took the one trade today. I'm not taking another trade. We're cutting back on our trades, daily also so that we can try to save this challenge account here. So ultimately, that's that. Shouldn't have taken this trade at the end of the day, honestly. I should have waited for confirmation one way or the other. If we were going to get another strong push to the downside, we had some room there. But to be honest with you, we broke past the previous day lows. We came back up to them. And there was volume decrease. Nothing that says that we were going to continue lower. And I should know better. I've been watching the NASDAQ for the past 3.5 years now, and I should know that, to get a strong move like this, straight down basically from first thing this morning is a big move for the NASDAQ. And for it to continue is not likely. So I made this mistake earlier in the week also on the high side where I tried to continue taking longs once we made a big stretch to the high side. So this is definitely something that I'm going to have to put into my head here that once we make these moves, if you didn't get in early enough, oh fucking well, stay out. Stay out, wait for confirmation for either continuation or a reversal, and then we can make trades that way. So that's the recap for today. Hope all of you see what I'm trying to explain here. I hope that I'm helping some of you at least, understand that once the big move has been made, don't expect there to be another big move afterwards. Be very, very picky with your trades so that you don't end up continuing to drain your accounts like I am. All right. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. We'll be back live tomorrow to continue Operation Rescue Account. And hopefully, we'll have a little bit of a better day tomorrow. We do have those GDP numbers. I will be posting the outcome for the GDP numbers when they get posted tomorrow morning in the Discord. So don't forget to join the free Discord. Links in the description. And again, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like, share, comment, all those things. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Stay green.